Let's get into it and find out. Sure, Vitality are watching to see who their next victim might be. Let's see how they do on Ancient.
Flashes in play from JT, the man in top mid. He doesn't have them anymore, though. That's a great shot from Waro. And then SDY following through with the Glock. Flash comes in. Floppy a little lucky to survive there. That's landing to his body. And Monte coming into this one looking very hot to trot, landing some great shots in this pistol.
They've got numbers on the B-bomb site. Floppy and Grim remain. Tempter trying to fall back, but he'll fall to the floor at the hands of Grim. 2 on 4 made 3. More work to be done. Bro taking an oppressive angle, leading Complexity into a trap halfway there. And there's the other half as Floppy slides across the floor.
The mid smoke has landed for Monte, but 2 mollies back means they can't really contest mid, and Complexity are really putting pressure on in that position. They've lost a player elsewhere.
Those MAC-10s are causing problems. The AKs will clean up the rest of the mess, or will they? Holzak's got something to say about this with his AUG. 1 of 2 in the round. They're waiting for the CTs to become curious. What will the timing be like? The off-angle held from Waro will get the first kill. Alicia's made no sound, I don't believe. They'll catch Waro in the trade. Young unable to trade. Complexity will begin well in their first buy round. Long angle for Holzak. Leaves with no reward. This would not be an ideal reset for Complexity. May not be the full reset as they look to disengage from this one. Surely there is weakness to the economy of Complexity. They are brittle, and Monte want to break. Barrel? No? Yes, no. Grim drops either way. I hold a claim against Grim. I clutched in a game of Nukon Facer against him one day in North America a long time ago. If I ever see him in a match again, I will dodge. So I always have that over him forever.
Could not land the shots at range. They gave up that A site a little too quickly. Good read from Monte, though. Aware that Complexity were going to be so focused on mid early on this map. Does get dealt with. Holzak pitches to the 5-7. Hello, what the hell has happened here? Complexity finding all the kills. That is not a round they should be winning, especially not that easily.
Burst of energy from Complexity. The USP enough for Holzak. Leash with the P250. Just cruising through the AWP.
And I think in this round, Complexity can play that heavy mid early because Holzak has the AWP. And that's a bit better, rotating back to A on those long angles. You only really need 1 kill and you can play retake on A. There's Leash fighting with his teammate, taking 2 before he's traded. Good start to the round for Complexity. Now Monte are going to have to work with somewhat limited utility and aggression from JT. Look at this.
Dropping the bomb carrier. Waro going back to the angle to collect a headshot.
I can't wait for the day. Like, someone is definitely going to do a matchmaking run where they just, like, don't have the AK and M4 equipped or some absolute annoying stuff. And I'm going to queue with them on my team. Wow.
So where Jim's desk was is where my desk was in the office.
That is very cool.
And the warehouse below was the studio. Studios, plural into the A bomb site for Monte as they take charge once again. Do you call it or do you fight for it? That's the question. Floppy is urgently looking for more frags, delivering hot lead through the smoke and giving his team a chance. Bro and that MAC-10 may have more work to do. Bomb is dropped and Bro will continue. He could get an ace with a MAC-10. I can't believe it. That's an actual thing that could happen right now. Trying to escape. He's managed to get past Holzak. Bro could ace with a MAC-10 in a full buy round. Excuse me? What? No, he's dropped it. Okay, why has he done that?
Oh, he wants Demka to get the knife instead. What a round for Monte. large and in charge of that round. LMBT likes what he's seeing. A ripple of applause from the coach. Look at that flash, perfect for the first fight. Long range MAC-10 spray works on the second. Throw goes back for even more. Look at his spray with this MAC-10, just so good at controlling it.
A 4K with a MAC-10. Complexity still has money for a buy. Monte creeping in mid, and mid's where they will lose this round. Krasnal with so much to do. 3 survive, 4 survive. Barely see Grim's health bar, but there's 5 HP there.
Sure will get his first kill soon. He's out in the open. Maybe didn't realize SDY had already crossed. Not a good fight to take when you're out in the open like that, but Hulzerk has SDY trapped right now. Oh, it's a headshot angle though, and a quick reaction from SDY.
Boy, you nasty. That's a horrific headshot to be on the receiving end of. Nothing seen in mid, but Depka will see JT heading towards mid. The remainder of Complexity on the A-bomb side as the bomb's planted on B.
Group stage, I was so impressed by their individuals. It looked like everything was coming together, and Elise didn't even have to put up crazy good numbers. It was more of a team effort, which I think was a really good sign.
Stream of Monte players heading towards that A-bomb site. The bomb's pretty far away, but has a safe passage to join. 54 seconds on the clock. Hulzerk simply needs to exist. They seem to have an idea as to where he is. As long as he stays alive, he will burn the time for Monte. You've got to find a way into this one. Finally taking him out. There will be an instant trade as Elysian Demka are dropped. 3-on-3 once again for Complexity. Grim just jiggling, dancing. A Bro will deliver with the AK. Not 1, but 2 on the A-bomb site. That leaves Floppy remaining with 14 HP, but they're coming straight his way. Next headshot wins, and it will be Waro down to the wire. But Monte pull away.
For those sorts of smokes, and even then, it's much more obvious. If you see a smoke with a big gap under it, obviously your feet are going to be shown. Floppy!
Wow.
Oh boy, Krasnal deals with both of them. Monte are unrelenting in some of these T rounds.
They just got scooped into the cat litter in this one. So this could be interesting. Or it couldn't, if Waro makes it even worse. Hulzerk then has a minute 10 to do something. Spotted. Waro better start running. He's got 20 HP. Won't need to run far because there's too many man on road. This is a fast half all of a sudden.
Very happy to go aggressive at B. This is great info. 40 seconds remaining. Do Monte consider coming back here? Looks like it, but trade's going down elsewhere. JT wins that fight. That bomb might just have to go A now.
Oh, that's such a great snap from Bro. He is fast, isn't he? And that's going to be a problem in this series. The cover not working out. The auto shot he is here. Taking bird shot to the face, one after the other. Bang, bang. That leaves Waro in a 1 versus 2. Walking into a sandwich with 10 seconds to plant this bomb. Found what he was looking for with JT. Doesn't quite have the angle, but he has the range. He might be able to survive from here, but he's not going to get the kill or the plant. It will be a 6th round at halftime for Complexity. Monte lead by 3. Plenty more action to come. Waro leads the table now with 16 frags. Floppy's got off of 0. He finishes the first half with just 2 frags to his name. Krasnal coming through with the Julie. So much spam in the inbox. No memory left on those computers. 5-on-2. Oh boy, this could be a really turbo ace from Krasnal if he's allowed to get it, and he is. That's the fastest ace I've seen in quite some time. Grim creeping around the smoke. Krasnal looking for an angle. Elige offering a donut smoke, which is going to pull some Dayang away from mid into the A-bomb site. Meanwhile, Floppy will be caught outside B.
Okay, he's got one. It's all good. It will work out on the flank. Great timing on the aggression from Monte. They are punishing hard right now. Just seeing the fights from Complexity's perspective, they die so quick. I mean, not from the MP9 of Bro, but other than that, easy. It's even with Elise getting that early start. See there, Warro, such a tight angle. Bro doing good work with the MP9. And here's Krasnow at the end. I mean, this is a very scary looking Monte right now.
Very scary indeed. This is just like, how long is this half going to go on for? I'm not sure how many kills Complexity have in this half. A very early airstrike towards B, and Monte looking to be proactive. Warriors, oh, such a good flash, such a good flash. Not the result they wanted though, but they'll get it eventually. 2 for 1 is acceptable for the CTs.
How much have Complexity seen there though? Because 3 CTs towards B. Complexity have mid, so they can cut off this rotation. Could make things a little interesting here. Hit. Oh, the swing comes in from both players. Elige with some good body shots on the spray.
Barrel of the gun. Oh dear. Horzak gonna Horzak. Leave Sumdayoung with work to do. Needs to close this distance as quick as he can. That'll certainly do. Oh, the angle! Woo! Hot feet for Horzak. Down to 6 HP. There's a flash for both players as well. Once Horzak's got his angle, it's going to be hard to get him off of it. Falling all the way back is Horzak. 6 HP. Does Sumdayoung hold this? Does he dare? He doesn't. Horzak's a non-believer. Touches it again. Horzak on the creep now. Big swing from Sumdayoung, and he solves the puzzle. The bomb is planted. Max loss bonus means 4,200 they could buy again. But it's 14-6 for Monte.
I love the noise he made when that wallbang nearly got the kill. It literally sounded like you had hot feet just before you said hot feet for Horzak. Oh boy. Look at this. Oh man. That's a great shot close range, but SDY took that risk. He wanted that information play. He knew there was low time left. That spam sets up an easy one-on-one. Horzak so low on health.
Reload will give some positional info though, and Elige will capitalize on that, or try to, but SDY knows what he's doing, and he has an angle. Gotta be careful about pulling your knife out though. There's the Lee's drops. Now the focus goes towards B. Krasnow dropped at close range. Floppy with good angles. Bro needs to deliver. He's got the flashbang support to do so. Grenades are streaming in, and so are the T's. They are delivering on B. Monte's got plenty of money, but how much do they want to throw away here? They don't have position. Money can disappear real quick on that CT side. Not to be taken for granted. Yeah, very much threatening to send it on this. There's the first kill. That clock is ticking though. There are mollies and grenades to be deployed. Horzak still alive somehow, going for that wallbang. No one touching the bomb just yet, and Grim is still to appear. Through a smoke he goes. That's the trade he needed. That means Monte will lose everything.
Both players died to the bomb in the end. It's still going to be hard for him to contest if the smokes come on down. Oh, nearly 2 for 1.
So much information. I don't know where that Molotov just went. That was a very awkward bounce indeed. It went absolutely nowhere. Maybe it went somewhere after all. 5-on-4, bomb planted, but late enough that all of Monte are here already. They've got plenty of smokes and incendiaries. They can find the angles, they can put them ahead of the smokes, taking damage through the smokes so far. No Uto left for Complexity. Now it's time for Monte to make their play. Warro posted up, the CT swinging now as the smoke comes through towards Long. That's been dealt with, but what about the rest? They're dropping like flies, leaving Elige as the last one to fall. That is a hell of a retake by Warro and co. And game point as well.
I don't even know how that happened so quickly. All the kills came through at almost like the exact same time, it felt like. This was that first shot. Patience from Warro almost gets him a lineup. Grim finds one, but Blank was watched for. This is still a concerning sign for Complexity, just how badly they're getting beaten right now. Seen enough from their individuals, from some of their stars. Demka gets aggressive and gets away with the opening kill. He's forced to stick around, but that smoke will give him some breathing room. Elsewhere, SDY backs him up.
What is Alicia's role in this? He is on the longest flank. Walking through long as the bomb's planted on B. He's got a lot to do. There'll be a vacuum for him to fill. He'll be able to run to try and catch up, but Floppy is taken down before he can make a break through that smoke, before that flash comes through. JT just trying to show some presence. Alicia's got so many targets to find. There's the first one. JT still standing. Now it's Alicia from the back, dropping the first one. He's got a good angle until he doesn't. Waro posts up, and Monte stormed the second half. A landslide of a victory in the opening map of the series. They absolutely smashed complexity in the first map.
P250 for them. JT, the utility man. Meanwhile, for Monte, they don't have a kit, but they've got dualies and 2 flashes for this one. Waro takes a little look at mid, taking tags. He looks to get back to safety. Looks like he will just make it down connector, but Holzer ready and waiting. What a start from Complexity.
5-man on road to the A bomb site. Utility on the way as well. 3 remain for Monte. 4 guns in the hands of the 3 CTs. Grim going for a quick plant after checking that the truck was clear. Bro was very active in that first map. He may have to wait to get started in the second because this pistol run is looking unlikely. Krasnor going through with the dualies. Nothing doing just yet. Hulzak on the truck, minding his own business. It's the first kill then for Complexity. Hulzak spotted, but they will delay as much as they can. Look at the spam come through for Krasnor though. Alicia's deleted. And now it's just down to Krasnor. Is there a kit for him on the floor, maybe? Doesn't look like there will be. If they opt for the force buy and he doesn't get touched by the bomb, he can get a cheap helmet. And who knows what else. 2,900 though. Oh, he can't buy the silence M4. Oh, that's annoying. Is that a cuck? Is he cucked by Valve?
I think so, James. Yeah, I didn't consider the P2000s as well. Like, I'm sure some of these players have not played with the P2000 for ages. Had to in the pistol. And hey, I'm sure Monte fans will be blaming that right now. A lot of Complexity players moving to B early. This looks like a quick one.
Light damage for Complexity as they move through. Damage gets heavier, but the trade is there. Grim creating space for the squad. Demka catches a lead from the back and escapes. Without taking too much. There's a 3-on-3. Very fast indeed. Complexity going for the bomb plant. All on the side. And Monte will have a 2-pronged assault at the very least. A port flash to Hulzak. Demka's very far behind. And now Monte are far behind in this round as Complexity keep the clean sheet. 4-0. All good in the hood for the boys in blue.
Very relaxed right now. This was a nice lurk smoke out through Monster. Just allows you to get out onto the site really early. And it's frustrating for Monte. I love these early fast gun rounds from Complexity because Monte trying to stick together with these pistols. It's a good angle from JT. He's actually just gone off there. Liege will pick up the pieces. Waro has taken damage in the meantime. Oh, he actually landed a tag with that scout, but not going to lead to anything here. Could be a convincing round win indeed. Complexity building up cash, swimming in money right now.
Low utility, but plenty of firepower. 5 AKs on road. Monte are expectant though, but bro better not flat grenade. Almost delivering onto that second one. Floppy left of 12 HP. Demka still holding down short. Krasnor behind the sandbags. That bomb needs to get planted quickly. Krasnor walking into the bullets, but still standing for now. Heavily tagged, just trying to creep into the site. And will util remain for Monte, save for a flash on Demka. Waro looking for a quick scope and delivering, managing to escape. Anybody play off this distraction though? He's dropped the bomb into the water, into the sewage, into the ammonia on the B bomb site, and that clock continues to tick. Is there a boost here for Complexity? Can go up to the rails, and indeed up to the rafters he goes. Demka creeping in, wondering, looking to his left, but Grims to his right. The Liege will deliver the goods himself and hop back into the site. 2 remain, Waro and SDY. Oh, does he have the angle for Floppy? Does he go for the wallbang here? Floppy's got almost no health. He's got nowhere to go. Down he goes, down to a 2-on-2 again. The AKs, the AWP Now just the AWP. Warrior with 20 HP, limited angles, no diffuse kit, limited chance, doesn't fancy it. 6-0 complexity.
Running away with this now. A bad start from Bro. He nearly got a double there, but 1 for 1 doesn't go according to plan. Brim, despite being blind, just able to adjust. That's the turn from Elish. Super snappy. The issues they're having at this B bomb site. It's going to be Waro and SDY playing A early. They look for that all pick in mid. SDY goes aggressive. Just a 1 for 1 trade early. Complexity won't mind that.
Will they gamble on Waro holding A alone? Significantly weakened the defenses here. You can see Bro is going for that information play with the FAMAS. Krasnor lost in the meantime. Position lost unless Demka can do something crazy here. JT will get one for free. So Monte made the information play towards short B. Didn't see anyone. One of their 3 leave that B bomb site.
Saw how they were quite isolated from each other there. 2 on A, 2 on B. That B site falls. JT just ready to cut off the rotation. His first 2 kills on the board. Bro really wants this all. He's not going to get it. Floppy denies. Look at the money right now on Complexity. Elish had like $14,000. They are nearly maxed out. That's like $1 million in dog dollars. That's how that works, right?
Dog dollars. We don't go to the same stores.
Brim up on that boost. Drops down, doesn't spot anyone. Decent stack on this B site, but it might not matter. JT's won that initial duel. Straight from Demka, but he's trapped in the corner. No way out. Ulzerk takes him down. Complexity looking good for a 9-0 lead.
Wonderful momentum for Complexity. There's JT getting to 5 then. Everybody on the scoreboard for Complexity.
Start for them. Clean start, but look at JT sneaking in through short. Everyone watching him. Meanwhile, the monster play has been denied. Complexity try and pounce on JT's position, but pushing the smoke ends up going against them. Big risk that doesn't pay off. Monte should be set to get their first round on the board, barring disaster. Ulzerk not clearing the corner, but Waro comes in to save his teammate, and Monte are finally on the board on overpass.
Welcome, welcome. How many CTs will be here, however? Bro just about makes it in. 32 seconds, it's a slow poke from Complexity. But they're finding a way, especially with that frag from Ulzerk. 2 on 2, 24 seconds. Time is getting more and more urgent as Ulzerk just goes round the side to make it doable. Has he got a warbang in him, Waro? He needs one, but he's not given what he's looking for. Ulzerk falls back, he disconnects from the bomb site. Point of no return. Frustration maybe for Waro, as he will lose his AWP. Maybe he'll lose everything else as well. Doesn't matter about the T's dying.
Boost early allows Demka to take water control. Just wondering if there was a gap. Well, he can't see anything apparently, but Demka certainly can. CT favored. SDY gets one back on mid, so a 2-man advantage for Monte.
Monster flash, and maybe there's a chance for Complexity to make this half even more oppressive. He'll need to deliver though, just 5 kills for him in these 12 rounds that we've seen so far. Looking for that wallbang once again. Nothing doing. Once again, Ulzerk on the other end is going to be a problem. JT though, getting his 2 kills in this one, leaving Krasnor in a 1 versus 3. Nothing is going the way of Monte in overpass. This is way worse than Ancient, it feels like.
Now will get that exit kill. At least he holds on to 1 gun, but silver linings are not what Monte need right now. Cap just joined us. is the round of 12 here at the Pro League playoffs. A spot at quarterfinals on the line. Still on CSGO for now.
Flashing throw in, but to no avail, and there's limited position for the remainder of Monte. Man advantage for the time being, but look at that U-tilt. Waro in short is going to be key. Smoke in his direction though, he'll say hello. They have to lurk until his teammates can get activated now, if they can. Hulzak looking for them, going down to the tech line. That's done. Frag will be traded eventually. There it is, Monte will make it to a second round, late on an overpass with one more to fight for.
Presence there from Monte for them to be able to lock it down. Flash from Demka helping. And though Bro went down initially towards the site, Demka just hangs around, keeps them in decent enough position. That was all about this retake. Whatever happens, it's not going to be a good half for them, but the best they can do is 3. And they find at least the third CT round here. Demka aggressive again, peeking behind the molly. Hard to see players sometimes behind those Molotovs in CSGO. Hasn't been an issue in the other fights for Complexity, though. They're already up by 2 players here.
Speaking of 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, App 730 in Steam has just been renamed Counter-Strike 2. Oh. Things are actually happening.
There's a tweet as well, which I'm going to be watching at halftime, that's for sure.
That's just around the corner. Sum Dayang will be the last one to drop. Most likely in this round, as he's got 4 more people to find. Long night for Monte and Complexity. Getting longer as well, with everything lacking for Monte in this half. We head to a break. Go check Twitter. See you on the other side. By Complexity, a team who were seeking revenge after getting battered by Monte in the map prior. Revenge they have got, but they still need to close this one out. Grim standing on the shoulders of giants. We'll get the first. Hulzak with the second. Look at these taps from Hulzak. That is a brief round. We're not going to be here for long at all, are we?
Hulzak sitting there like, hey, oh, maybe the P2000 is my future. Not bad. Monte struggled a lot with the P2000 on their pistol, but no problem for Complexity. Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, that should be a great map, actually.
Yeah.
With these teams very good on Anubis. I am assuming we're going to get there, which I think is fair at this point. Oh, JT. Knowing the FAMAS isn't as bad as people say it is. DY doing what he can, but a 1-on-3 does not look winnable right now. Maybe it looks a little more winnable now, but he's still low on health here.
"33 seconds. One could hold Monster. Oh! Oh my god, that was getting very, very hairy. Indeed, Elijah's side. That was pretty crazy with that Desert Eagle. But game point is here for Complexity either way.
The map looking more and more likely. And yeah, I think it's fair to say that Monte just... Fast B might be the call for Monte. Try and get a fast round win. Complexity ready here on the hold. Not ready. JT stared at the wall, playing anti-flash. Didn't realize they were in. And so Monte to get around. Oh, Warrior's having a terrible time.
He is. But this is surely a round for Monte. Not done until it's done. Hulzak and Elige going for it though. Big flash for Elige to swing, but no one is there. 2-on-3. They've got smokes. They've got an incendiary, which is deployed as well. They have ways to isolate these fights. All right then, a combined 14 HP. And with that, they will disengage and hold on to the rest. Bunching together. Monte bunching their frags together, cleaning house once again. We'll see what Floppy can do about this.
Yeah. Wow, Monte, listen. Now they've got their skins back.
Who knows what could happen?
Cooking.
Footsteps coming some to Horzerk's way. SDY on long, catching Horzerk. Dwindling the numbers of complexity, but they're being active, they're being proactive. It'll be an interesting situation towards A. That bomb waits by a monster. SDY caught lurking. That's surely the green light towards that B bomb site. They start creeping now as JT wonders about short, but Monster is where the big threat is, looking to transfer. Has he done enough? Down to a 2-on-2. This could be the round for complexity to take it to Anubis. Again, they've got the util. Warrow's got a good angle though. Can they find an angle for him, or does Grim need to take one for the president? Seems to be the latter. I don't think Floppy was seen at all. No kit for him, but an incendiary and a smoke. He's nothing short B. Plenty of clues in this alone. This is costing much time though. Maybe he goes for the kills, make it expensive for them. Not much else they can do really. Maybe another time. I guess he's a silenced rifle player. There's probably some amusement. Yeah.
Did we know?
There's probably some amusement in that. No judgment whatsoever. We have bizarre conditions for this game.
Didn't get a kit in the prior round, where they had to go for the 2-on-2 retake. Made it very difficult for Floppy. Krasno again moving up through connector quickly. We saw this fight previously, and Krasno wins it against Elige again.
What is happening? No one can win anymore. Monte are just getting casual kills across the map. And there's no response for complexity. No response from complexity. Oh my god. Well, there's Bro, so it's pretty much, as young as he is, it's pretty much expected at this point that Bro's gonna make plays like that.
It almost feels impossible for them to not be able to close this one.
You guys ready for that new AWP sound? It's like a camera lens.
How much it's annoying you.
They're smarter than
Normally
this,
I'd be
though.
like you, but for some reason I just find it funny.
What is the purpose of this? Like, why are you handicapping yourself?
Oh, Horzerk peeks into Waro. It's 2-man advantage for Monte. It's just these rounds are going so quickly. There's a lineup for Grim. Maybe that can be the game changer in this round. It's brought it back to even numbers. And Waro does not want to commit with that bomb, so round back in the balance.
Spotted now. Tight angles. That just might be the kills that win this for complexity. The fuse kits be damned. Ooh. Then again, Warrior's got something to say about this. Floppy been moving quietly the whole time. That's Warrior really comes from B. Moving around the dice now as Floppy wonders. He's missed a shot. No, Warrior can't go back with the Deagle. And complexity will put Monte out of their misery. Some dodgy buys on the CT side, but they get it done anyway.
No dualies, no nothing. Meanwhile, complexity stringing out to this A site early. They want a quick one here.
Sending it into the A bomb site, a procession. Big frags from complexity, a lightning fast bomb plant as well. The numbers keep dwindling for Monte. No let up from complexity. Continuing as they did at the beginning of Overpass at the very least. How long will it hold though on Anubis? SDY, the last man standing for Monte, losing the pistol on Anubis. Soon be enjoying the new waters of the Anubis cleanup in CS2. The port.
4B right now for Monte. Looks like a good call. That bomb is leaning towards B long. They might aggress on towards him.
Great patience to execute that flash. Monte deliver the goods and take the goods from Complexity. That bomb will be stuck outside now. That's going to be quite the issue to solve. And things will become only more painful as Kambayan collects 2, leaving Floppy in a 1 versus 5. Not lasting very long at all. Catastrophe early on then. No bomb plant either for Complexity. They got raised in that round.
Flash timing is just so good. And SDY not even cleared in the corner. That 5-7, so powerful at that range.
Only Demka over towards A. Will this smoke be respected? There's a flash here for JT, and Demka's going to get caught with a grenade in his hand. That's going to lead to problems. Bomb plant at the very least, surely on the way. They picked the right door this time, and they might even have more to say about this round. There's an AK-47 for Floppy. There's no Kevlar, but they found a 4th kill. Bro's the last man then, trying to free fire. It's got to find a transfer, but doesn't. That was almost a complete Glock round. What is happening in this game?
What a mad round win that is. The timing, perfect on the flash and the push. Demka caught with a molly out. And then that transfer, that adjustment from Floppy was the difference maker. Demka playing solo A again. They're going to try and push his position for a 2nd time in a row.
Great free fire, forcing him to fight in the flame. Grim dropped by a Warro, but JT's got something to say about this. They've got good angles on each other. Warro looking for that lurk, but he will find it, but in the worst way. 3-on-2 for Complexity, looking to take the lead once more. JT's been lost in the meantime, but the bomb has been planted. Monte in a sandwich now. What remains of them won't remain for long. Hulzak's got the Krieg, and Complexity have the round. Double AWPs on the T side for Complexity.
Yeah.
This is new.
They saved those previously, so they're sticking with it.
Very Brazilian.
Oh, Bro, not quite able to get that 2nd kill there. AK on the floor. Might actually not be a terrible idea for Complexity to pick that up. Oh, Floppy doesn't need any help. He locks down the aggression all by himself. SDY is going to beat him to the bomb site, something that Floppy wasn't expecting. But he's done great work to give his team the man advantage.
Another fast-moving round. Low health player Grim will pick up the AWP. 1 of 2, remember. So Hulzak's the only man without an AWP now. Coming through with the rifle, and Alicia try and clutch it afterwards. That's just not the right way around, is it? Three more finds. Make it 2 for Warro. Trying to control that bomb. Keep the T stuck in this position. Each moves closer to the smoke. How much can they really get done in this round? Complexity. The answer is not much. Bro is so quick with duels. He is so fast. It's crazy watching him.
Sure, if he wants to move in and risk that AWP getting dropped, considering he doesn't have anyone nearby. Will now run in. Elige is dealt with. SDY man to get him out of there, so not an ideal position there for Elige. No money earned. The survivor on T side, you get punished. The bomb site looks pretty vulnerable right now, but can they get a crossfire between Bro and Demka? That would be big.
Great work from Demka and Bro. Seems to be a hard man to put down on this map of Anubis. Grim's got some catching up to do, and that could be done. Bro's only got 5 HP, but Bro is fast. I've been saying it all game. He is fast. 100 HP or 5, he'll still rip your face off.
And now Monte on a real roll here. 6-4 up against the pistols in this one, and that's a blind shot from Waro. Goes back for more. This is the second time round, and look at all the frags. Complexity bombard the bomb site.
Not for the first time either. Oops.
Whoa.
Finding a way back in with these unlikely buys. So costly for Monte also. They lose everything. Grim of a collection of frags towards the end, and the score remains close. We're getting, I wanted to say we're getting into that scrappy territory again, but I think we're knee-deep in that scrappy territory. I don't think we're leaving anytime soon. Chaos on the bomb site. Repositioning. Lord of Fun coming their way. Great pre-fire from Bro. Complexity trying to create some space for themselves, but the CTs are all over this. Forced to push through the smoke, and this is turning into a disaster for them. Bro is all over this map. 16 for 5, despite how close the score is. That guy is toasting them time and again.
He's been a real standout here. It's so good to see Bro hit this level of performance, because I don't think he was touted as some crazy prospect. There weren't really that many people talking about him being the next player up in the Danish scene. Other than that, the gun rounds have not been going the way of Complexity. Here comes aggression again, and JT not ready for that AWP of Waro, who's getting really active across the map now.
Also, going to push the smoke, but Demka is going to go back to the angle first. Saw that one happening. Monte pulling away from Complexity late on in this half. One of the last times we'll see this water. And they will take nothing into the next one then, as Waro puts them out of their misery. 8th round secured for Monte. What will Complexity do now?
Waro's just farming right now with that AWP. They've got to do something about that. You see here Complexity, I mean, first getting caught off guard by the positions that the CTs are taking, the aggressive angles. Piece of the pie himself, and look at how confident Waro is right now. He's moving up through mid with the AWP, having a look both ways here. It doesn't matter, he is not missing right now.
Love to see it. Hulzak's got an AWP as well, and he will get working with it. Floppy again finding entries and giving an advantage to his team. Swing and a miss from SDY, and Floppy doesn't need 2 chances. Looking good to squeeze another round out of this Complexity. Throwing junk into the A-bomb site, but perhaps heading towards B.
Great call here from Complexity. They find the open bomb site. And now, well, Waro's been getting a lot of opening kills. He's got to try and retake in a 2-on-4. And that does not look likely. Hulzak will fall, but Bro has it all to do.
He's waiting for that drop. The Grim knows it as well. Such a level head on his shoulders. Nice effort from Bro. However, it will be 6 rounds at half-time for Complexity. A struggle for both squads. There's one more half to go. In the next stage of the bracket, yes, it only gets harder the further you go. Monte then trying to conceal their movements, at least for the players in mid, going the long way towards A, and in they will scream, but there's counter utility for Complexity, but who gets the frags? Ultimately, that's what matters. Monte threatening to head towards 10. Look at this angle from Demka. Will he spot Grim? Spots the helmet, jerks forward, takes the helmet off, leaving Elige and Hulzak with much to do. 2 versus 5, made 4. Krasnal in the red. Krasnal dead. Elige keeps going with these Julies. Plenty of bullets, plenty of targets. Clock is ticking, though. Is there a kit for them? Hulzak will get on that bomb. He'll stay on that bomb for the time being. He'll be dispatched of by SDY. Monte on 10. Do certain types of loading. It is absolutely in the way, so glad I did it. Bro, guess who? It's Bro. Causing more problems 24/7. A revelation he has been. Mac 10's causing more issues. Mac 7's got some issues to cause as well. Only shotguns remaining then for Complexity. Floppy doesn't have the range on this occasion. Sadly, the semi-auto goes in the bin. Let's see what SDY can do. Oh, did he? Did he? He must have. Oh, the disrespect. They might not even recognize the sound of that. It's got so many bullets, bro. This is interesting. 12-6 for Monte, the Bison. Look at that, they are really thoroughly enjoying themselves, and they should. We'll poke back towards A once again. This may be an unexpected angle that Floppy is holding. He's going to get instantly traded, though. But he keeps the numbers in Complexity's favor. That changes everything, however. Elite spotted in the back of the site. Needs to stay standing, but he will fall. 3-on-2 for Monte, then, as they've taken control of the A-bomb site. They spread the CTs back out once again, reset the situation, and now it's their advantage.
Was that lurk again from SDY on mid? It's just so important if you can have that one T-side player on mid to help cut off the rotations. If he wins that fight,
they'll have to use it very defensively, especially with the time on the clock for Monte, who continues to creep forth. Oh, dangerous stuff, spotting both on the A-bomb site. Where are the comms? JT dies for free. This is a massive problem for Complexity. Still, there's a minute for Monte to play with. Like a deer in the mouth of a lion.
Oh, look at this angle from SDY. Up top, actually tucks in, but he still gets away with one kill. Meanwhile, Krasnow doing good work elsewhere, but Grim anchoring this bomb site has brought it back to even numbers. That bomb decides to go all the way back, and it looks like the right call because Waro is already on A. He can help cut off these rotations. The bomb's still going to take some time to get here, though, so Complexity will start to get back into position. It's the smoke down. Grim can't get it going with the spam, but Elige, he's going to get through the flames now. Demka's got to be careful. Let's decide to commit to the plant. Waro comes back. Elige reads it. And now Demka on the site looks for the reposition. He's on the first, but not the second. Good refrag from Grim, and a much-needed round one by Complexity. Complexity have not lost in the last 3 months. They are 7-0 on this map, including 3 wins in the group stage over Cloud9, over G2. They don't want to take their first loss here against Monte. They look to climb on back. Comes the drop down. Complexity need to be ready here on this B site. They're setting up nades right now.
Looks like they are. Grim's the man with the plan. Demka's got something to say about it, JT. Just inviting rotation. Violence.
Close angle. Start to coordinate outside B. Meanwhile, Elige looks like he just took initiative on mid and won that fight at the right time. Now the rotate begins for Complexity. They're going to get back to B in time here.
For the 4th man, Elige coming, but will he come in time? Look at that from Pro, looking for a 3rd one as well. JT having to go back to the well. That gives Krasnow the time to trade. Waro, can he get his gun out in time? Elige with 2. They are fighting tooth and nail for this one. They keep those wheels turning, Complexity. Elige popping out of nowhere. They could not react in time. Look at this start as well, bro. Almost collecting that 3rd one. Krasnow here to trade, but still, Elige pops out. So ready for that 2nd player. He's so ready for him. That choke point is so important. A great lineup for Floppy. 2 will have to be enough. Looking to spread now. Hallzerk will limit the creep towards that smoke at the very least. That's an important frag. Silence all of a sudden. JT will be on the creep though. Trying to find these players. Instant trade. This damage could pay off later. SDY being patient, hiding in plain sight as Hallzerk makes his way to the site. But all they know, he could be over towards B, about to plant that bomb, starting to emerge now, but Hallzerk is still looking around. and is able to deal. He picked up the M4.
Didn't matter much anyway. Wasn't going to land onto Floppy. Flex T thinking about some CT aggression, but look at that shot from SDY. JT not able to get to safety. Now it's Monte's turn to have the man advantage.
Dry peek from Waro. Swing isn't close enough, but they're on the way eventually. Forcing more bullets out of Elige, forcing Complexity back to more passive angles on B, if they'll even remain on B. Steve Floppy's going for the creep. He was so good on the T side in these positions. Different story when you've got that silenced M4 though. 4 versus 2 all of a sudden.
Able to get up into that 4-on-2. He's tried his best on mid, figured he might need more than 1 kill, so he hung around. But could only find that single frag. So Monte trade their way to a round win, a 14th round, and that shot from SDY was clinical. You've got to give him credit for that. Trade there from Krasnow. Then Floppy just feels like he has to make a play. Doesn't feel like he has any support system.
JT has got that last smoke then for the squad around that B bomb site, but the split is on towards A. Elige with no utility left, Floppy with a 5-7 and maybe a good angle. This does look good for Demka. After all, finding Elige also, and that's surely the round over. There's nothing for them to do.
They can have a stranglehold on them right now. Look at the minimap. There's no way out for Complexity. They've got to fight against this. Good shots landed.
Wow.
Grim gets another. Looks like they might be able to save their guns here.
I wonder if that abuse by Monte, especially in that mid position, is the kind of thing that players are unhappy with on the CT side, where they're forced back, are unsure of what they can do. Of course, it wasn't a fully equipped round from Complexity, but anyway, Monte.
All of the Monte players leaning towards A early. Could this be another quick one? Floppy is solo A right now.
He is indeed. He is going to be completely exposed in this situation. He simply needs to hold the control of this area for his team to have a way to rotate into this side so they can fight together. Hulzerk's the first one to take the bullet. Floppy still standing with the FAMAS Elige, making desperate plays. Over the smoke, Floppy will find something. Pre-firing every angle. Throw drops by Elige as well. It's actually working for Complexity, at least in the short term, but there's more frags to come. Waro, Demka, Samdai Young remain versus what remains of Complexity. Waro losing all the angles now. Still standing though, 1 versus 2. Can he do this? Floppy with the FAMAS says no. Complexity find a 12th.
Good amount of utility. He was blind. He had to just let them onto the site and play retake. And Monte's utility doesn't really deny Complexity from coming back into the site. There ends up being smokes all over the place.
Three chances for Monte. Waro spots the second. Is that the only one though? Bro may wonder, but he's the bomb carrier. Demka starting to creep in. Floppy deals. Complexity aggressively reinforcing the A bomb site. A lot of activity here, and Krasnow looks to entertain the flash. It's not quite working there. SDY coming in from the back. Is the A bomb site where this one ends then? Maybe it is, as JT is the last man standing. 1 versus 3 to keep Complexity in the fight.
What could JT do? Flash in, looks for absolutely anything here. It looks impossible. It looks like it's over. And there it is. Waro closes it. Monte knock Complexity out. They advance to the quarterfinals where Vitality await. And they looked fantastic the way they did it here on Anubis.
Yeah, that was a crazy series between the two squads. Both had the opportunity to show strength. And on Anubis, Monte were able to pull away, playing a very impressive game on the T side, forcing the CTs back. Sometimes there was an individual display of skill from Complexity to win rounds that maybe you expected them to lose. But Monte were able to ultimately take it over the line in a very busy evening of and poor Counter-Strike with the release of CS2 in the middle of the series, delaying things, servers available again, having to play with M4s. Many bizarre things that you're not going to see again anytime soon.
Yeah, absolutely.